So a little background. I literally just finished the last version of this video where I read Dreams Lie Beneath, but I thought I would do the next one because I want to get going on it. Should I be reading Sunrise on the Reaping because I got it from the library? Probably, but I'm not going to, so here we are. So we are here with the next series version of this. This one is going to be an adventure because I know like nothing about these. So yes, I will go over them very quickly. Oh, you can see my phone cord. Sorry. You can also see the fact that I have a sheet on my couch. Anyways, so we have Wicked As You Wish by Chupeco. This is technically an ARC, but it came in like an owl crate or a fairy loot. So I guess if I don't like this, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I mean, other than donating it, but I don't know how that works. So that, we have Fate of Wrath and Flame by K.A. Tucker. I've complained about this book before. I do not know who decided to create this book this way, but it is like the thickest paper. It is so heavy. Yeah, this is a Bookish Box books. I did Bookish Box for a couple of months. So yes, I do think that I can get this as an ebook. So for some reason I picked that one. It's not the end of the world. Next is, oh my god. Oh man, I got home at the perfect time. I just got home from grocery shopping and it is raining quite aggressively. So that was perfect. Is Fable by Adrienne Young. And then Shielded by Flanders. I think this is a King Arthur one, which I think we know how I feel about those and how they hurt my brain. I don't know, maybe I'm making that up. And then the last one is from Hello Lovely, and that is Welcome to the Dark Side by Giana Darling. And I know Giana Darling is very popular, but I don't know if she's gonna be for me, and I think this is a motorcycle romance, and I have conflicting feelings about those. So yes. I do have my computer. So if I need to look anything up, I can. I have no idea what order I should do these in. I guess I'll do Fate of Wrath and Flame first, just because its size disgusts me. Like its weightiness. I don't know. So I feel like I'm disinclined to pick it, like just for that reason. Can I move you over here and like sit you on my laptop? Okay. That is quite the synopsis. It is very long. Okay, I'm gonna take this book cover off. Gifted thief Romeria has flourished from her days as a street kid, pilfering wallets to survive. Now she thrives stealing jewels from the rich under the involuntary employ of New York City's most notorious crime boss. But when an enigmatic woman secures her services at sword point, Romeria is plunged into a startling realm of opposing thrones, warring elven, and elemental magic she can't begin to fathom. Her quest is straightforward. Steal a stone from Islor's sacred garden without anyone discovering her true identity, which would earn her certain death. But the identity she has inexplicably assumed is that of the captured Iberison princess, an enemy to Islor after she poisoned their beloved king and queen on the day she was to marry the prince. Her betrothed, the newly crowned King Xander, detests her with every grain of his handsome being. Fortunately for Romeria, she is more valuable to him alive than dead. Xander gives her a choice, life in a cell or an acquittal of all charges, in exchange for her help in exposing the growing plot against him. Romeria sees no other option and embraces the tricky role of smitten queen-to-be until she can escape, a ruse that brings her far closer to the king than she anticipated, and threatens more than her safety. As she digs deeper into this secret garden and the ancient feud between Ibaris and Islor, she discovers monstrous truths that could spell ruin for all. Okay, so really that was just a prologue, but it was like 15-ish pages. So we haven't even met... Hold on, there was a pronunciation guide. Romeria. I feel like that's how I said it. Also, it's Ilor, not Islor. Like the S is silent. Well, I was supposed to say like Isla. Isla is not silent. And I think it's Ibaris. I don't know. So really, we met this other woman who I'm assuming is the like enigmatic woman or whatever. I mean, it has potential, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, mainly because it's hard to read. We'll see how the other ones go, and then when it comes to deciding to keep it or not, I'll probably read some reviews. I'll also look up how long the series is. If it's like a duology, I'd be more inclined to give it a shot, but not like a trilogy or something. I don't think so. Yes. Alright, let's do... Oh, now that I think about it, I feel like maybe I should have... Because I think this is YA. Wicked As You Wish, I'm assuming. So I think I have 3 YAs and 2 adults. So I should have like alternated better, but whatever. Okay, so we'll do this one. Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chupeco. Oh, grabbing my hair. Which is book 1 in the 100 Names for Magic. I have not heard anything about this book, I don't think, but I have heard about Rin Chupeco, and I feel like does it say? Yes. I've heard like good things about her, so yeah, her Bone Witch trilogy, I think, is what I've heard about. Many years ago, the magical kingdom of Avalon was left desolate and encased in ice when the evil Snow Queen waged war against the powerful country. Its former citizens are now refugees in a world mostly devoid of magic, which is why the Crown Prince and his protectors are stuck in Arizona. Prince Alexei, the sole survivor of the Avalon royal family, is in hiding in a town so boring that magic doesn't even work there. Few know his secret identity, but his friend Tala is one of them. Tala doesn't mind, she has secrets of her own, namely that she's a spellbreaker, someone who negates magic. Then hope for their abandoned homeland reignites when a famous creature of legend, and Avalon's most powerful weapon, the Firebird, appears for the first time in decades. Alex and Tala unite with a ragtag group of new friends to journey back to Avalon for a showdown that will change the world as they know it. Okay. I don't know. So I definitely don't think I'm going to pick it, mainly because as I was reading this, so I do like, so it's set like in the real world, I guess, but it's one of those things where you, like, the magic is known, so it's not like a secret. So like the US is like the Royal States of America. There's like this whole thing. There was like a war. There was Wonderland. I don't know if it's like the Wonderland. I don't know. Tala and Alexei just met. So as I was reading it, I realized if I'm reading a fantasy, I definitely think I want something that's set in a different world right now. And this might be a little weird for me. Like, there's just something like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the chapter title, like, the chapters have titles, and they're like something funny. Like, chapter 2 is In Which Carly Rae Jepsen Songs Make Excellent Training Tools. And stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that kind of book, and I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna be in the mood for that kind of book. I don't know. So, we'll see. We'll do Shielded by Kaylin Flanders. I don't think I've heard anything about this since it came out. I feel like maybe I read the synopsis about this when it came out and I was like vaguely interested. The kingdom of Holendi is in trouble. It's losing the war at its borders, and rumors of a new, deadlier threat have surfaced. Princess Giana knows her skills on the battlefield would make her an asset and wants to help, but her father has other plans. Second-born heir to the throne, Giana lacks the firstborn's, her older brother's magical abilities, so the king promises her hand in marriage to the prince of neighboring Turia in exchange for resources Holendi needs. Giana has no choice. She must leave behind everything she has ever known if she is to give her people a chance at peace. On the journey to reach her betrothed in her new home, the royal caravan is ambushed, and Giana realizes the rumors were wrong. The new threat is worse than anyone imagined. Now Giana must decide if revealing a dangerous secret is worth the cost before it's too late for her and her entire kingdom. I actually think that was more interesting than the, synopsis was. So, and, she has, a white streak in her hair, but, people aren't supposed to know. I feel like her dad doesn't even know, but her brother knows. But, I don't know. It was interesting. Right now, I think this is the one I am leaning towards. Next, let's do our other adult one, which is the Giana Darling, the Welcome to the Dark Side. This doesn't really have much of a synopsis, but I shall read you the back. I was a good girl. I ate my vegetables, volunteered at the local autism center, and sat in the front pew of church every Sunday. Then I got cancer. What the hell kind of reward was that for a boring life well lived? I was a 17-year-old paradigm of virtue, and I was tired of it. So when I finally ran into the man I'd been writing to since he saved my life as a little girl, and he offered to show me the dark side of life before I left it for good, I said yes. Only I didn't know that Zeus Garo was the president of the fallen MC, and when you make a deal with a man who is worse than the devil, there is no going back. Is she 17? I don't know how I feel about this. Okay. Listen. It's fine. That was more of a prologue-y situation. It was a chapter 1, but it was more of a prologue. Was there a prologue and then I kept reading? Yes, there was a prologue-y thing and then chapter 1, but that takes place right after the prologue. That was a weird choice. Where this girl, Lulu, is shot, and this motorcycle guy saves her, but I think there was other motorcycle. I don't know. Here's the thing. At the beginning of chapter 2, she is 7, which is when she is shot, and Zeus is 26. And then it looks like they write letters to each other while he is in jail. That looks like that's the next few pages, chapters. And he even tells her she goes and meets him in the hospital and stuff, and he says he has a son older than her and a daughter younger than her. So yeah, I think right before the book really starts, it says 2015 and 2016, Zeus is 35, Louise is 16. And then the next chapter after that is May 2017. So she would be 17 and he would be 36? And that's gonna be a no for me, dog. First of all, I don't mind age gap, but that kind of age gap, especially when one of them is still technically a minor, but they also meet and basically have interactions while she's growing up. No ma'am. Also, I guess this is book 2 in this series. It says A Fallen Mid-Level, book 2. So yeah, that's gonna be a no for me. I think the writing is compelling, and I would potentially read another Giana Darling book, but not this. Maybe my opinions will change at some point, but not today. Not today. No. Okay, and now we are on to the last one, and that is Fable by Adrienne Young, which has like the prettiest sprayed edges because they're kind of like shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but they're like shiny. And this is a little baby book, and I think this is a duology, so part of me wouldn't be mad if this is what I ended up reading. And I feel like I've heard decent things about this book. Definitely Adrienne Young. Yeah, she wrote Sky in the Deep. And The Girl the Sea Gave Back. I think I've heard of both of those books before. As the daughter of the most powerful trader in the Narrows, the sea is the only home 17-year-old Fable has ever known. It's been 4 years since her father abandoned her on a legendary island filled with thieves and little food. To survive, she must keep to herself, learn to trust no one, and rely on the unique skills her mother taught her. The only thing that keeps her going is the goal of getting off the island, finding her father and demanding her rightful place beside him and his crew. To do so, Fable enlists the help of a young trader named West to get her off the island and across the Narrows to her father. But Fable soon finds that West isn't who he seems. Together they will have to survive more than the treacherous storms that haunt the Narrows if they're going to stay alive. Okay, that was very short. I have no idea. Like, I'm not even, like, I have nothing. Like, I feel like nothing even happened. Okay. I think I'll keep it for now. But I never put the cover back on. I believe I'm going to read Shielded, or at least try to. We'll see. I'm not hopeful for this bunch, so we'll see. But first, I need to go eat dinner because I'm hungry. Hello! I got my hair done today, and I did like a little choppy chop. Part of me wants to go shorter, but I know that I will probably regret that because the shorter your hair goes, I feel like the more you have to do with it every day, like to style it and stuff. So this I can still, I guess I didn't check. Yeah, I can still make like a decent ponytail, and I had her not give me layers, like basically get rid of all my layers, so that it'd be all like the same length. So, but I did recently start following somebody on Instagram, and she's kind of a weight loss content creator, but I feel like it's more just like her life, but a lot of that surrounds her previous weight loss and stuff. And she has like these short, like a very short bob, with like these cute curls. A lot of times, I think she has naturally curly hair, but the curls she normally wears are like heat curls. And it is just so cute. In between her and Bronwyn from Once Upon a Brawn on YouTube / Bronwyn Weissmiller that's like her YouTube handle or her Instagram handle, who also has like a short bob with cute curls. The desire for me to just go back to a bob is immense, but we did this. We will start here, and I am happy with it. So yes, but while I was getting my hair done, I was reading some of Shielded. I actually ended up getting it from the library as an ebook so that I could read a little bit while I was processing. And I'm a little over 50% in, and I don't know how I feel. So like I read this a decent amount actually after I first picked it. I read like 40% of it, and I was enjoying it well enough, but like there was just like not a ton going on, and we were mainly in Jenna's head, like just with her, and I was just like, I could really use like anything, particularly a romance. So now she is in like the other country or whatever. So a lot has happened. I'm not gonna spoil it. But she is in like the country of the person that she is betrothed to, but she is pretending to not be herself and to be her maid because like she lost her whole traveling party. And she met this guy who she was like this I'll spoil. Immediately, I was like, he's the prince. I've read this book before. And I was right. That was revealed very quickly. Otherwise, I feel like I would not say that, but it was revealed very quickly, which I kind of appreciate because now I feel like we have other things. Obviously, like she's still lying, although I feel like some people are on to her. But it's just like a ton isn't happening. And so I'm like a little confused. Also, I just picked up nail clippers because I use them to take my phone case off to put it in my little tripod thing. And all I could think about was Makara Tours cutting her hair with nail clippers and how she says that's the best way to cut your hair because you can only cut so much. Oh my gosh. No. But yeah, it feels like kind of like not a lot is happening, and it's only a standalone. So like we're over 50% of the way there through, and I feel like there hasn't been a huge bit of plot going on. And then I need chapstick or lip gloss. So sorry if you can hear me rummaging in my bag. So like I'm assuming that there is going to be a romance between her and the prince, which is going to be very convenient. There are like some things like the political maneuverings, like right now those two countries are basically at war, but like generally speaking, as far as we know, neither of them want to be at war with each other. So obviously there's a third party intervening here. And I think that that's an interesting concept for this type of story that's pretty common in like the YA fantasy world, I feel like. But I don't know. So yeah, just not a ton happening. I was kind of getting into it right before I had to stop reading while I was getting my hair done. Hopefully, you know, I'll continue to enjoy it. I feel like right now it's maybe a 3, maybe a 4 at certain times. There is a woman that Giana has met at the palace, and she's kind of like staying with her and stuff. And I really like her. And she, oh my gosh, this one scene. So Giana, I don't like fully remember, but like she saw like all the family members like interacting, and it made her very sad because like she misses her family, and she lost her mother very young and everything, and she has a brother. And the lady's like talking to her, and then she's like, no, I just miss my family, like it's a different kind of pain, because she's a healer. And Jenna's like, do you have anything that can heal that, like an herb that can heal that? And she says no, and then she hugs her. Oh, so sweet, so sweet. Magic system not like really explained here, but I've talked about this before in books. I don't really need like a fully fleshed out magic system, as long as like you aren't trying to make your magic system fully fleshed out and you know what you're doing. I don't care. Like if you want to do really in-depth magic, do it. But if you don't. And for the most part, I'm okay with that. So yes, but I probably won't update you again until I'm done. Hello. Okay, so I just finished Shielded. I'm really tired. I give it 3 stars, I think. The romance was interesting. I feel like we romanced, and there was like no reason to do so. So yeah, that happened. There was like several plot points that I feel like were not fully explained. And I think part of that is because the book is told in first person. Like, I mean, there were some like reveals at the end. And I guess I appreciate we didn't have like a big villain monologue, but maybe we could have used one. I don't know. So yeah, it was okay. It is, the second book I think is like the same world. Like there's a lot of like larger story points that are unresolved, but I believe the next book follows different characters. I don't know if it's going to be dual POV or one POV. And I might be interested in it. I did look, I read the synopsis. Don't read the synopsis if you want to read this book. It will spoil something for you. But I am interested in both of those characters, potentially. So especially if it was a dual POV, I feel like that would be better. But I don't know. I mean, if I read it, it'll definitely be from the library. My library does have it, so I can get it, get a copy if I want it. But I'm not going to prioritize that. I think, oh, I can't stop yawning. Jeez. So yes, I guess those are my thoughts for now. Am I gonna go to bed early? Maybe. We'll see. I'm kind of tired. But I'm okay with reading it. It was honestly, it took me a week to read just because I didn't really read a lot during the week, but it was a fast read and it was like fairly engaging. So yeah. If you think it sounds interesting, read it, but I wouldn't go out of your way to read it. So, but I gotta get around, maybe do some stuff. I don't know. I was kind of hoping I would get kitty cuddles, but like I have not gotten cuddles for most of the week and I feel like that's rude. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.